Hey there, Erwin here, and today I will be showing you some of my latest creations. First up, we got Tadhana. Tadhana is um, a gray motorcycle. Now, to explain how I made this, I, back in that time I wasn't actually accepting pattern requests from some of my fellow Folda friends over Facebook. So during that time, it wasn't probably the craze of the Foldabots art contest. So one of my fellow friends, Patrick, actually requested me to make this one. He's a triple changer, just like Landas, and yeah, as you can see, I'm actually placing this little thing right here to make it fins, and this piece folds out into this big piece. It can be slotted in from here and here. Now, I also made another older pattern because I based this pattern from the older pattern I made. It was named Erotica, and she's a pink motorcycle, and her role is a little bot who can actually seduce men, and due to the fact I made her more like a prostitute. Not much a prostitute, but she's a bit more like a. So that's that's Tadhana's rocket bike form. Not minding about the hollow part right here. That's actually part of the collapsible design. So here's the conversion to robot mode. Excuse me. You take this one and fold it back into its little nut shape or whatever it's called. Place it inside and then take this little piece and fold them to form the feet. Actually, it's not really part of the design, but it adds a little support. I just take this one, fold it out, and there you have Tadhana. Tadhana is one of the decent figures I made. Due to the fact I actually went to all those alterations I made from the initial pattern of Erotica. Well, he is based from Erotica after all, but there are actually a few adjustments that will make it a lot more better. So that is Tadhana over here. Next up, we got Pribado, created by, which was designed by James Edward Sarton. Now, Jodas House 1129, you know about him. He's your little brother, I think. So, he looks kind of like Nuno, if you know what I mean. So, excuse me if yeah, I'm still recording. Okay. So, transformation is very simple. He's probably a simple one because he's a basic one, but there's an extra gimmick that he can pull out his little guns because originally it wasn't part of the gimmick. Sorry about if I can pull out the feet ahead of time. So just to demonstrate how the bonus features would go. So that. His little minigun pops out from his hood, and just to complete the transformation, pull out his arms, and there you have Pribado. Now, Pribado is really neat. In, if you ask me, I also am really impressed about how my fellow Folda fans actually designed these patterns so I can them for make these for them actually. So yeah, there's Pribado, and here's the weakest, probably the weakest of all the patterns I made, because this is Padyak, done by Dan Carlo Pidigan, the same guy who made Verdatron. Yes, the same guy who made Verdatron. Now he's a scooter, not a scooter bike, but just a simple scooter. The reason why I call it the weakest, because of this shaft right here. It tends to bend. It tends to like say fall off when you actually stand it on its own. Even in his Foldabot mode, it's really really weak. I think really weak. So conversion or transformation goes like this. Pull these stuff out and put the wheels together. Then you have this little support droid, which I actually made. It's actually not actually a part of the design, but I actually intended to make this as a bonus. Now for the main thing, just pull this one out and take the shaft, place it in. Now the reason why he's really flat, because I actually made this little piece right here to make this a little, what do you call this? A stand. Yeah, stand. Now put the arms. Oh, never mind about that. Just it back. They got Padyak. Oh, he's definitely a flimsy looking one. But if you probably find that original design of Padyak is a little bit more complicated than this. But I don't think it's as sturdy as my design. Well, he does stand quite good, unless you stand him perfectly on the ground. And there's other customizations regarding, like say, putting this droid around in front of him, or you could bend the handles a bit so it becomes like say more like a tripod design. With your choice. Now onto my little creation. Now I actually made this before, because these two are actually redone and probably a redesign. I call them by the names Kanan and Kaliwa. Now you'll get the idea of how I made these, because back then when Foldabots Mini wasn't really trend at that time, I actually designed them to be more like those little dudes. And the whole concept is the tabs open up, and one tab will actually overlap to the other, so it will like connect together. And some of its parts more like are unique to each other. Like this has this little blaster here that will actually form his head and his arm, and it's one of his arm actually. So I actually made or I redesigned this one because originally you have to pull the arm out to make the combined arm mode. This time I actually made it a lot more like Choryujin from Yusha Gaigar. Yeah. So what I'm doing now is transforming this little dude Kanan first, and actually stow the head right here in the cab. Really genius. Originally I actually put the heads intact because they're the part of the transformation. You can equip this somewhat or not. And yeah, this oh, my camera just tilted. Am I recording? Okay. So yeah, we got Kanan here. Kanan is this little red guy. As you can see, his design is kind of like Enryu from Gao Gaigar. His chest design is kind of like Enryu. And he has this little arrow here that you can actually place it on his hand. Or not. But it's pretty genius that I actually made this red arrow here. It's a arrowhead, actually. So, here's Kanan. Moving on, we got Kaliwa. Kaliwa here is this blue one. This blue little truck. Now, just like Kanan, Kaliwa also handed in some older looking. Just like that, I also had an extra gimmick of probably placing the two tabs on the side and probably rearranging his arms and make it a little weirder. I mean, it's pretty weird to look at that old concept of how I made it. It's not as good as this new version does. And just like Kanan here, Kaliwa has a little blaster, which almost acts like a shield. I mean, yeah. And just like his twin brother, he also has this arrow, which is an arrow tail. So here, let's transform this one. Oh, we'll get to that later. Transform, I can pull out the arms, get the head out from here, in the cab, and place the head right here. They're also more like a headmaster, because the heads are separate from the actual body. So it comes out just like this. Now, I also noticed about this, because I also thought about this design, because they actually remind me of the combiner guy. Now, here's where the magic begins. Symmetrical docking. Let's start off with Kalewa first. Roughly transforming back to vehicle mode with this little thing that will form the heel or the foot. I'll take this chest piece and that was for my mom's. And place this arm. There you go. I'll take Kanan here. Do the same thing. Roughly transform it back and take this little piece right here and pull this thing out, and pop this thing on. There you got the two halves. Oh, sorry. Here. Now, this thing right here is the chest plate. As you can see, there's a little Gima crest over there, and the color codings on this part right here. So, the best way to get this on is by inserting this one over here, and starting from here and lock it in here. Now, you take the head here. As you can see, it's a little different because his head is yellow and he has 3D glasses. Yes, 3D glasses for eyes. Even my other combiner, Baghari, which I haven't started on yet, is also inspired from a Foldabots mini set. And what's also bonus is he also has 3D glasses for eyes. That's a good bonus. So here we have new Diadrone, as I would call it. Now, as you can see, he's quite good. Except at the back, he's a little hollow, so don't mind about that. Because what it matters most is it's almost a lot like Commutatron. I mean, the body of Commutatron, which is composed of the two zombie little bots, Triple Changers, Bunga and Bungo. I don't have Bungo yet, but I'm hoping if when Foldabots Toy Book Volume 6 comes out in probably last quarter of this year, I will definitely go to the launch and eventually get my hands on the book, and hope Commutatron will be there too. So I won't be slaving over getting the back issues again. And by the way, there was a back issue sale online. Yeah, for those who don't know. So this is how the arrow would look like when combined. Now, if you want to equip it on new Diadrone here, just take this arrowhead and place it in like so, and take this little piece right here, and voila. Now you got new Diadrone fully equipped, or fully armed. Or if you want something a little different, you could take these little dudes right here and place it on the shoulder. So you'll have a little hand. Although there's a little hand sign on the opposite side of it, but it's not really aligned. So here and here. And there you have it, guys, ladies and gentlemen, or full fans. Here's wave 1 of my 2013 patterns that I've already printed last summer. And till then, this is Erwin from the Foldabots blog. Till all are one.